Ho, ho, Merry Brickmas. How you doing, peeps? I think I did that same joke last year. But you know what, peeps? It's okay. It's important to recycle. We can recycle jokes, just like we need to recycle our bottles and cans, so we don't have a big trash pile in the ocean. Oops. And so you don't have a big trash pile named MC. I messed this up. Peeps! We're live in the Lego Lounge. It's me, your boy, McSanta. Oh my goodness. You know, it's funny, I do a fair number of my recordings while my family is not home. And then they get to see my shenanigans later. Peeps, we're back. We're alive-ish in the Lego Lounge, and we're going to continue with this Christmas series. And yes, I am wearing this hoodie because I am legitimately cold. Even though I know it is not New England weather or Ohio weather or one of those other states that gets crazy cold. It's Florida cold, and I'm cold, so. And I don't deal well with cold. I'm starting to understand, I think, why old guys get so cranky. It's because you spend a lot of years putting up with all kinds of nonsense, and then you get to a point where you don't want to put up with any nonsense anymore, and so then you just get cranky. I'm speculating. It's me anyway. I don't know about anybody else, but for sure I don't want to deal with cold anymore. I'm just too old for it. So yeah, Florida, please, anytime you'd like, turn the heat back on. Thank you, Florida Mother Nature. Anywho, peeps, we're doing more Christmas builds. As you guys know, I have a problem, and that I just love Lego, and I'm just gonna keep building more Lego. And I think I speak for many Lego enthusiasts in that the idea of finding the space for all this Lego it's a moot point. We're just gonna keep building. We'll find space later. Space is space is fake. No, it's not. I do find it funny that there are people that believe space is fake, and if that's you, do what makes you happy. I will say it again and again. I don't judge anybody for what you do with your life. If it makes you happy and it's not hurting anybody else, you do it. Make yourself happy, even if it seems crazy to everybody else. I am sure that I seem crazy to a lot of folks, but I just have to do what makes me happy, and Lego makes me happy. Keeps me mostly sane. So here we are, peeps. We got we're gonna do this. We're still working on the BrickCraft sets. We got the Bricktanicles, as they like to call it. Very clever, Bricktanicles. And then we've got, so it's Mistletoe. And then we've got a couple more ornaments. I'm gonna do them as ornaments, even though you have an option to make them as like a well, I guess it's still technically an ornament, but it's like a display you can put up in your house. But I'm gonna have them for the Christmas tree. And then we do have one more set, and we'll see. I doubt I'm gonna get to it on this recording, but we do have one more BrickCraft set after these ones are done, and then we're moving on to all our regular Lego stuff that you guys, if you joined me for my live, you would have seen my Christmas haul for this year, which I did not plan to do that many, but I also didn't plan to walk into Walmart one day and find all of these beautiful and super fun BrickCraft Christmas sets. because as I discussed before, up until this year, I had only seen a couple smaller BrickCraft sets ever. So I don't know if they were always just there and I was just oblivious, or if BrickCraft has just decided to step up their game this year. But I'm loving it because, as I said before, I like the price point. The price point is very low, very affordable, and still very fun, and they look great, and the quality is it's up there. It's very good for a not Lego brand brick building set. So anyways, peeps, let's get on with this build. I'm excited to build some mistletoe, and we can get that hung up, because I don't think we have any real mistletoe in my house. I think we have some like plants and stuff that I put out, and it's kind of funny. I know I don't have any Christmas stuff on today, even though I'm doing a Christmas build. I just have not gotten into my attic yet to dig all that stuff out. I really need to, but I have to do some cleaning up of my house first, and that's always, you know, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite thing to do. But we'll get there. I know I'm already, what, 3 or 4 days into the month, but we'll get there. I'm just, you know, I'm also of the mindset that I don't need to take my Christmas stuff down the day after Christmas. Now, I don't like leaving it up for a long time, but I say that, and I also had a period where I had my Christmas tree up for like 3 years straight. It is what it is. Peeps, I'm going to keep going with this build. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's just build. Boom, there it is, peeps. It honestly took longer than I expected. Oops, come on. But, man, looks really good. Looks really good. You can hang it up if you want. Yeah, it came out really good. I like it. I was honestly confused where they were going with some of these steps, and then, man, it all played out perfectly. It looks awesome. I think this is the first real mistletoe I've ever had in my house. Maybe not. I might have made that up. I don't remember. But it looks really awesome. I like it. I'm telling you, I really appreciate these BrickCraft sets. Gosh, it's so hard to say BrickCraft. Wish they came up with a different name. But they're so fun, and they're so simple. There's nothing too complicated about them, but they're not. Again, my biggest thing is, man, that price is just... Now, these ones were a little bit more... I think these ones may have been between $8 and $10. I don't remember, honestly. I bought these a couple weeks ago, but this is your little Cindy Lou Who. Where's my camera? So, yeah, more BrickCraft again. Obviously, my biggest beef with BrickCraft. Nice. My biggest beef with BrickCraft isn't really that. It's that they don't have digital directions, but it's their company, and they do what they want. So I'm excited to keep building these, and I'll keep looking at them. And I honestly, even though I've given out the website a couple times now for y'all folks to go and check out BrickCraft. Oh, there's 2 bags in this one. That's new. That's not normal. Oh, 3 bags technically because you got your face. I have not actually been to their website. I need to go and check it out and see what other kind of stuff they have besides what I already know. And maybe I'll start picking up one or 2 of those a month, or, you know, whenever. They're not expensive, so it's a lot easier to say yes, which is probably dangerous. Maybe I should rethink that. Maybe I should only go to BrickCraft once a quarter, because I might find myself buying all of them. Oh, $5? Oh yeah, I can afford $5. Yeah, I might need to be careful. I'm not as I've talked before on this channel, I don't really have addictions. That's something that I've been pretty lucky with in my life. I don't get addicted to things other than collecting. I definitely have a problem when it comes to collecting, because I love collecting things, and I will get on a what's the word? You know, peeps. You know what I say. English is hard. I'll get on a tangent, I guess, and I will just want all of the thing. So, for example, I've been a pro wrestling fan my whole life, and when they first started coming out with the replica belts, I bought one of the very first ones. And then as the years went on and they actually became like a popular thing. Like when I first got my replica belt, oh man, people dogged me. I can't even tell you how much. If there was internet back then, I definitely would have been internet bullied, even though I don't get bothered by bullying. I definitely would have been a laughing stock of the interwebs back then. Now, oh my gosh, replica belts are so popular. Like I see NFL players running around with replica pro wrestling belts. So I was in a very rare MC instance, I was an early adopter to something that ultimately became cool. Because like I said, when I got my belt right when those things came out. And don't ask me how I had the money. I don't recall. I'm guessing that I just saved up every birthday, Christmas, whatever dollar I had and then dumped it all into that belt. Because even back then they weren't cheap. Even though compared to the real belts, they're really cheap. But anyways, I'm on another tangent. What was the original point of this conversation? Oh, collecting. Yeah, I love collecting things, and so then when the belts became popular and they started coming out regularly, oh man, I wanted to get them all. Like and I only have 4. So I'm considering I got my first one in the 90s. That's a pretty good track record, I think, that I only have 4. But had I had the money back then, I probably would have had them all. I just love getting all of a thing. Like it's kind of like you know, if anybody's into video games, it's kind of like completing all the side missions. You know, that's kind of my side mission thing. I just love collecting things. Okay, I'm missing pieces. So even though this is numbered number 2, apparently it's not a true bag number 2. I guess I'm just supposed to dump them all out. Whoops. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dump these in a bowl. And then we'll pick out the big parts and then sort them out. It was number 2. I was following Lego rules, but I guess BrickCraft plays by their own rules. Yeah, that's good enough. Most of these are small pieces. So there you go, peeps. I just learned a BrickCraft lesson. Yeah, they don't necessarily, the numbered bags don't necessarily mean anything. I don't know. This is the first time I've had numbered bags in a BrickCraft set. So that I just assumed like normal Lego that these were oh goodness. See? Okay, yeah. So peeps, if you build a BrickCraft set and they're numbered, I guess just ignore the numbers, because they don't really mean anything. I don't really know why they're numbered. Come on, eyeball. Oops. Alright. Alright, peeps. I'm gonna hush up now for a little bit, and I'm just gonna keep building. That's what we're here for. So this is kind of a, I want to point this out, this is kind of a different technique. So this whole section here and this whole section here, her hair, are only held on by one stud. The rest of this is literally floating. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. The rest of this is floating on all the rest of the studs that are underneath it. Which I would think in Lego world, they would probably call that an illegal technique. I don't know. I don't know all these illegal techniques. I read people talk about them online sometimes. And I've always been of the mindset that, they're my, once I've paid for them, they're my Lego sets. I can do whatever I want with them. So it really doesn't matter, this whole legal, illegal thought process. Because that is also kind of the point of Lego, is that you can mix and match and make things whatever you want. It's your own toy to play with however you choose. But I do understand that some of the things that people do with Lego might stress the bricks, or I don't know, I guess just be strange, be odd and difficult to replicate properly every time. So I kind of understand the sentiment. However, I firmly believe that if it works, it works. And again, they're mine. Can't tell me what's legal and what's illegal. But, oops, I think I did this wrong. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting. I wanted to point that out, that they're using some very non-standard techniques, at least from what I'm used to. These are non-standard techniques to make this build, but I don't know, it's working, so I'm not mad at it. It looks cool. Alright, there we go, peeps. Cindy Lou Who as an ornament. And I was like confused because there were so many pieces left over, but I forgot. I said, yeah, it kind of can be also done as a table stand. Table mounts is what this directions say. But I've got the directions to continue on if you want to choose to add your table mount. I guess I could add them on, and then it's ambidextrous. You can go either way. Yeah, let's do that, peeps. We'll throw on the table mount too. I didn't even think that far ahead. My brain just said one or the other. But, you know, we can have both. We can have our cake. We can have our cake and eat it too, peeps. Never understood that saying. Why can't I have my cake and eat it too? If it's my cake, I'ma eat it. Boom. Got the little adjusty clips. And you can just stand it up. Looks great. I like it. That's a good little design. Very cool. And if you're not using the table stand, it folds up neatly and it can still hang on your tree. So smart. Good job, BrickCraft. Good job. The only thing I'll say, BrickCraft, again, I just need a tad bit more quality control. And also, if I were to redesign this, these bows on top, there's this like empty space, but there's nothing connecting these two. Let me see if I can show you guys up close. So like, if you can look at this, you can see these two, Jesus, where's my hands? These two pieces here are not connected in any way. So if I were to push a little too hard on it, it would break in the middle. Obviously you shouldn't be pushing too hard on it, but it's yeah, slight design flaw, but nothing crazy. I like it. Looks great. Alright, last one for today. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out us a little Grinchy Grinch, and then we'll move on to something else. I'm loving it. And I'm not gonna get tricked again. Even though there's 3 bags, we're gonna open them all up and sort them from the get-go. I love my Lego box trash can. It was such a good idea. Thank you, MC. You're welcome, MC. Do I talk to myself like that sometimes? Yes, I do. So this is interesting right off the bat. Cindy Lou Who's face was just a big old plate, which, as I was building it, I was thinking to myself, if this was Lego, they probably wouldn't have given you a full faceplate like that. They would have found a way to brick build the face. And interestingly enough, in these directions, in this build, that is exactly what they did. BrickCraft did a brick-built face. Now the question is, what do they do with it? Yeah, even with the dog, so strange. If you build the dog reindeer right there, it'll focus. He's also a brick-built face. So I'm not really sure the motivation to do the faceplate for Cindy Lou Who, but I'm not complaining. It looks neat. I like it. It's very clean, very smooth. So I think it looks good. But I do find that interesting that was the route they chose to take. And again, I was thinking in my head, I should have said it out loud so I don't sound like I'm making it up now. But I did think in my head how interesting it was that was their chosen method to do that, as opposed to just brick building it. So, anywho, let's get on with this build. A little less talking, a little more walking with my fingers. I'm walking my fingers through this build. Gosh, I can't on the spot sometimes. Sometimes I got them, sometimes I don't. Here we go! Alright peeps, let's rock and roll. Oh, I keep forgetting to talk about these sets, but BrickCraft set numbers don't exist, but Grinch decoration, 141 pieces. Let's knock it out. Do it peeps, let's do it. I want to point these out. These are really interesting. So I think I've talked about it before, but BrickCraft has some of their own pieces, and I want you to see. This is what I call a 4-dot stick, also known as a 1x4 plate, I believe is the correct terminology. This is also a 4-dot stick, although if you look at the thickness. First of all, the dots, the studs are open, but also the thickness is, I don't know, at least half, maybe a third of a normal thickness. Which I think is kind of neat that they have some of their own pieces, like stuff that's proprietary to them. And I would say chances are Lego is not ever going to make pieces like this. I can't say for sure because I don't work at Lego, but these definitely seem like they're very original. They're very different. Even these right here, they're similar to some stuff I've seen in Lego, but not exactly. And I know I talked about on the last episode, they have some double-sided pieces even that I would personally love to see in Lego, but I have not yet. So anyways, just wanted to share that. Alright peeps, there it is. I mean, that looks great. Oh, pop a piece off. The stand function on this one is not as good, in my opinion. You're kind of balancing the front end on this, on his little scarf or whatever here, but again, I intend to use these as ornaments, but it is cool that you have that option to go either way. So I'm literally only trying to make it work for this video. But it's not as good on this one as it was on Cindy Lou Who. But I'm not I think I got it. It might be user error. Might be just me. Bam! There we are, peeps. There is our builds for today. Got our Mistletoe. Got our Grinch. Got our Cindy Lou Who. Again, all these are by BrickCraft. If you want to go check them out. If they're not at your Walmart like they were at mine, brickcraftofficial.com. I'll put it down in the comments too, or down in the description. But yeah, I love them. They're so much fun. They're so, again, financially, they're so easy to say yes to because it's $5 for the regular ones, and I think these might have been 8 or 10, something along those lines. But nothing crazy. I mean, nothing that you look at it and go, man, it's gonna break the bank, unless you just go buy them all at once. Then you might have a problem, but. Overall, man, these are fantastic. I'll stick by my statement that I've said with all of these so far. The only real complaint, and again, I know I like directions that are digital, but that's neither here nor there. I can obviously do very well building with paper directions. They're just not my preference. But, minus that, the only real complaint I have is the quality control. That's the only thing I think. If BrickCraft just put a smidge extra time and effort into the quality control, because some of the pieces snap together excellently, like they're almost even a little bit too tight, but that's you can never say that with Lego, brick building, whatever. There's no such thing as too tight. Like these things, you want them tight. You don't want them just falling apart. So some of them snap together excellently, and then other ones, they're just kind of like slide in there. You're just like, okay, it's in there, but it's not perfect the way you expect. So if BrickCraft just a smidge, and maybe that's how they keep their costs low. I don't know. I don't know their business model. Maybe they're like, hey, we don't focus on that quite as much. We just get it to, you know, a 95% solution. Then we can cut out all the people that have got to inspect these things and make sure they're great. I have no idea how the process works. I'm just guessing. But I think if they did that, it would definitely be a strong contender. And obviously more sets, more themes and all that. But in general, I think they put out an excellent product. And again, for the price, it's so hard to say no. So peeps, if you guys enjoyed this video or any of my videos, please give them a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please share with your friends. This has been a great week. You know, if you guys have been following along with my Rivendell series, I don't even remember what video we're up to yet, but it's been getting a lot of traction. I don't know if it's my hashtags, or I changed the numbering, or I eliminated the number. I don't know. I don't know what it's doing, but it's been doing well. Of course, I've been dropping videos every single day as opposed to like once or twice a week. So maybe that's helped. I have no clue. But I'm very thankful for everybody that comes out, everybody that comments. I've been so lucky. I've had zero, and I don't want to jinx myself. I've had zero negative comments ever. You know, everybody doesn't like the videos because I definitely have way more people watching than I have subscribing. So that's an obvious metrics that I can look at and go, okay, obviously some people just don't enjoy this content, which is totally cool. I get it. I am not for everyone. Both on YouTube and in real life. So I understand. But I'm so thankful for everybody that comes out, everybody that shares, comments, all the things. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you guys have been having a good holiday season. I hope it continues. And I hope, you know, every year at least I do, we hope that we could carry this happiness and love for each other on past the holiday season, so that it, you know, maybe the world will be just a little bit nicer. But peeps, I thank you guys for coming out, and I will see you guys on the next one. And until then, holla!